Everybody, it's Chris from King of Paint again. It's been a bit quiet here, and I can only apologise for that. It's been a little bit of a trying time. Nothing major, but just it is what it is. Yeah, trying to do a bit of racing. I have been keeping it. I'm a little bit behind with paint stuff at the moment. Even my own cars are badly in need of some TLC. My touring car that I'm having to run this weekend is, for the last two race meetings, I've said it's the last meeting for it. So we'll see how that goes on. But just I've been a bit under the weather, and I haven't been able to get out and paint bits and pieces. I am behind with customer stuff, so I'll need to do that. Yeah, it's one of those things. We'll get on with it. We'll get some videos done as soon as we get that sorted. I mean, the reason why I'm unwell, I'm sure a lot of you know this, some of you might not. I suffer with a condition called multiple sclerosis, MS. What that effectively is my immune system attacks my nervous system and creates havoc. Basically what happens is if we assume that these wires here in front of me are my nerves, my immune system comes up and thinks that it's being attacked by something else. Your nerves are the central core of the wire, covered in a protective sheath called myelin. My immune system then basically gets the myelin and hacks away at it, leaving the actual nerve itself essentially exposed. As you can imagine, that then, exactly the same way, can touch with other nerves that are exposed, and it can generally just wreak havoc. What this does do to me is it leaves me quite sore quite often, and also leaves me with pins and needles and vague feelings, numbness in my hands when it's bad. And it frustratingly comes and goes. So some weeks you'll see me, I'll be feeling great, and other weeks you'll look at me and think I'm drunk because I can't stand up properly, and other weeks, I'll just be moving like I am an old man, but moving even more so like one. But it is what it is, unfortunately. This is what we're dealing with. I have had a fairly rough couple of weeks, unfortunately, at the time of writing this, where I've been struggling with the feeling and numbness in my fingers, along with some other people will be unfortunate enough to know that when you're really sore all day, there's nothing as tiring. I have spent this time thinking about things to do. I've kept myself busy. I've built and started running this Yokomo SO 2.0. Admittedly not the greatest name for anything in the world. Yeah, rapidly becoming one of my favorite things. I originally intended to do a build report and everything else like I did on the RS 1.0. Truth is, I got really impatient. I couldn't wait to build it. I wanted to get it out and run for the first weekend, so I kind of forgo all the videoing things. But I'll do a proper review on this, on what I'm thinking of it eventually when I get round to it. But I mean, I grew up racing two-wheel drive off-road, and everything about it is better. Right, I know the guy that paints, that's fine. The other thing that I'm going to have a chat to you about at some point is this. Excuse my wiring, actually, I didn't realise it was that bad. This is... here's my memory going now, unfortunately. This is the new Corsatek brushless speed controller. I mean, this has been... We've all got used to running Hobbywing stuff, a lot of us have, and the Hobbywing stuff's great. I mean, there's a reason why it's so popular. This thing is just out of this world. Again, I'll do a video on why I think this is a game changer. it's unfortunate that a lot of I know in Britain here the Blinky class is becoming a spec class effectively, which is a shame. But yeah, it is what it is. But this, I mean, this is why it's in the off-road car, so I can play about with it, use it with a 5 turn, which is probably twice the motors needed for where we race these, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, so stay tuned, subscribe if you want to keep in touch of. I'll be doing a proper thoughts, build and run review on the Yokomo. And again, I'll be doing a separate video on the advantages of the new Corsair speed controller as well. Yeah, the other thing that we have coming up is in the planning at the moment is an absolute beginner's guide to airbrush painting body shells. I'm quite lucky to have an absolute beginner in my house with me. She's wonderful. She's prettier than I am, so that's always a bonus. But yeah, so we're going to take Naomi through. I have taught people how to paint in the past, and I'm going to take Naomi through like I would teach somebody how to airbrush as well. So I've got a couple of body shells sitting there mounted up, ready to go, and we'll get videoing that and release that in numerous small bite-sized steps, because I'm aware that quite a lot of you will know how to do certain bits of it. But we're going to take you through as if you're a complete beginner, have never touched an airbrush before, and explain everything in good time, so you can sit down for a couple of hours and do stuff like this. But yeah, so the main bullet points are, sorry that I've been AWOL for a while. It's been a rough couple of weeks. I'm fine. I'm not dead. I haven't fallen out of anything. I have some exciting things coming up. My thoughts on this wonderful machine. My thoughts on this speed controller as well, and why I think it's an absolute game changer for the sport. And then obviously the talking about and the complete beginner's guide. I'll think of something cleverer than that, but there'll be a clever name for it. But a complete beginner's guide run through of what you need and how to use it to come up with something like this. If you, like me, grew up with racing 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive electric off-road cars, you live in Northern Ireland, you'll want to stay tuned as well. We've got some big news coming up about that. So yeah, as with everything, if you want to keep in touch, subscribe, comment if there's anything specific you want to see on the body shelf front. If you have any questions you'd like answered in the video about the Yokomo SO 2.0 or the Corsair speed controller, comment down below. But as usual, subscribe, help me make more I can nearly talk today. Subscribe, let me make more content for this. Ask any questions about stuff that you need to know about. You know, comment, have a laugh with us, have a giggle. As ever, I try to reply to everything, every comment that's put on here. You can get me on the Facebook page, which is the same. It's just Ginga Paint. You can find that on Facebook. And yeah, we'll go from there. Like I say, hopefully we'll see some of you trackside. We'll see the rest of you in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Take care. Speak to you soon.